Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be taking on a bit of a passion project and I am going to be attempting to recreate Gladys from Friends. If you have ever watched Friends before, you are probably familiar with Gladys. She is a creepy art piece that Phoebe had put together, and I was thinking about it earlier. I was looking at the pictures of her online and I was like, you know, I bet I could create a miniature version of that on a piece of canvas with a little bit of clay. And believe me, I have plenty of clay that I need to get rid of. So with that in mind, I decided that was going to be the video for today, and I'm going to attempt to to sculpt and paint this interesting modern art piece that is Gladys from Friends. First thing I'm going to do, I actually got this set of paint here. The background looks to be made of a lot of browns, like different shades of brown, as well as some like lines to kind of create this almost curtain-like effect. I don't even know how really to describe it. So I am actually going to create like a gradient effect on the background because I don't think there's any pictures that are close up enough of it that I can see all the details perfectly. So I'm going to just try my best to recreate and create like a gradient in the background and then use the black here to kind of go in and add in those curtain-like details. So I'm going to start a hyperlapse to get the background done, and then I'm going to actually go in with this oven baked clay that I got from, where was it? Walmart, I think. And I'm going to use this to sculpt her features, and I believe instead of trying to actually make fabric, I will just be painting on her clothes. And I think the last thing I'm going to have to do is I think I will actually be using beads to create her necklace. So that is the direction I'm going. I'm going to get painting and come back to walk you through the sculpting part. Alright, I've got some of the basic shapes kind of lined out with the space available to add in Gladys. I'm going to need this to dry up just a little bit more. It's acrylic, so it shouldn't take too long. In the meantime, I am going to move on to creating her facial features and upper body, I guess, out of this peach-colored clay. This actually does seem to be like a really surprisingly good match for her skin tone. I know this color kind of comes off really badly in this Walmart clay. So all I know for sure is I'm going to need a head, which is probably going to be the hard part. She's got a relatively long neck, a super uncomfortably cone-like body, and some arms that are going to require some sausage rolls. So I think I'm going to do the arms first because that should be easiest. Get them out of the way, and then I can also use that as a base to kind of figure out what size I want everything else. So honestly, it's not that bad. Sizing wise, maybe I'll just stick with this. And you know, if it's a little too small, it's fine. It's a recreation. It's not meant to be perfect. It is inspired by Gladys. That's what we'll call it. I'm gonna pop on a hyperlapse and kind of see where this takes me, and just keep you up to date from there. So this is about where we're at. It's definitely a little bit smaller than I would have liked, but this is all the clay I have left, so I don't think I'm going to be able to make it much bigger, which just means I'll be adjusting the background. Now, I actually did want to do this on a smaller canvas, and I actually went to Dollar Tree this morning with the intention of buying the smaller, flatter canvases that they have. I feel like they have like some like note card sized ones that I thought would have been perfect for this, but they only had the 5x7 as the smallest they had, so I decided to go with it anyway. I'll probably just be adding some extra black in the background, plus there still needs to be some room for her hair, and I can always just kind of touch up anything inside anyway. Now what I need to do is I need to bake this based on the instructions, which say 275 degrees Fahrenheit or 135 degrees Celsius with 15 minutes per 1/4 inch, and I would say that this is about a 1/2 inch thick, so it'll probably take about a 1/2 hour, and that means I will be back in a half hour. The body of Gladys is finally out of the oven and she's doing pretty good. Back's looking kind of rough, but that's okay because we are about to glue her down. So I'm going to obviously take my little backdrop here and I'm going to place Gladys where I think she goes. The important thing here is that she's a little bit angled and this arm does hang off the side a little bit. So I'm going to make sure she kind of lines up flat with the bottom. And yeah, I think it's just time to glue her down. I actually have my tiny glue gun with me today. And I have inside the like miniature Gorilla Glue sticks. So hopefully she should stick down pretty easily. She should be on pretty good. That's good. Awesome. And I guess now it's time to fill in the background a little bit more so I can wash up my paint. I'm also going to need to get like a, I guess like a purpley blue kind of color to go on her body, as well as some similarly colored beads so I can make her necklace, and I need to paint her face. So I think I'm gonna do backdrop first and then start doing the face details because that's also black. I didn't give her an ear, I just realized, but that's okay. I'm gonna do her hair. It's kind of like big and spiky on the outside and it's just kind of painted on. So I'll do that. Eyebrows, probably paint in the eyes maybe. I need to get some white paint. And maybe her teeth a little bit and lips, which is relatively flesh toned, so I'm gonna have to try to find the right color for that. But I think I have a good course of action, a good plan, and I'm gonna kind of hyperlapse through the painting of her just to kind of get through it, and hopefully you will enjoy what you see. So let's get started. I really thought I was recording more of that, but I added some beads and created her necklace, and I think we're just about done. Now that it is essentially done, it still feels like it's missing something, so I actually went in and grabbed these little decorative end corner bits that I originally had planned to use in my DIY book purse sort of design vibe that I had going on. These were supposed to be my original corner protectors because I thought they were a little more elegant, but they didn't end up coming fast enough, so now I have them and don't have a lot to do with them. Since it just seems unfinished because the original piece was in a pretty ornate looking frame in the show, I'm actually just going to pop this around the edges, and obviously not this one because, one, I don't think it'll fit. Yeah, because she's glued in there pretty good. Well, I mean, I guess I could make it work. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip this one. Pop this out, put it in the top corner. I'm sorry if you hear that weird noise in the background. I'm working on a Cricut project at the same time, and I'm trying to maximize my time while Nick's at work. So I'm gonna put these in the corner, glue them down, and I think that creates a much more finished look. And that is it. Gladys is officially done. I cannot wait to see the look on Nick's face when he comes home and sees this, because he is going to be so mad at me. He's not gonna understand, which is fair. I really don't know who would understand this or why I would make it, but it's definitely not even like a perfect recreation because obviously hers was made out of a real head and had a real painting in the background and real fabric, but I think for what I did do, I think I managed to pull off the look. This is like, you know, the drugstore dupe of Gladys, if you will. I don't even know what I would call her if not Gladys. I don't know. For some reason it gives me Gene Simmons vibes, I think, from this angle. It looks like, you know, the big hair. So maybe I'll just call her Jean. That seems right. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, feel free to like and subscribe, and stick around for next week to see me do something a little less weird. But hopefully you enjoyed this, and I will be seeing you then. Bye!